Hello, YouTube. Yep, it's me back again for my finished objects for Friday. And what object do I have? Well, it would be the one you guys had voted on out of my Head to Toe Winter Knits book. And that project was picked and started last Friday, Alice Floral Headband. And again, here's a photo of what it looks like. Now, I followed the instructions. I liked the idea of the two different colored flowers throughout, like going back and forth. Then I originally cast it on. I had the bottom color work done. First two rows of blue done in the stockinette stitch. I had the few rows done with the blue and the green for the leaves. Then I started to realize it was an odd number of flowers. I brought two colors for flowers. So I thought, okay, how am I going to do this? It's an odd number. When I join, they're going to both be the same color side by side. And I sat there and I pondered and I looked at it and I thought, actually, I think I'd already started the flowers, to be honest with you. I think it was like two or three rows, and then it clicked. And I thought, what do I do here? Do I rip it back and only pick one color for the flowers and do the same color all the way across? Do I rip it back to where the flowers start and stop there? Now, I worked on this at the camper, by the way, on the weekend, and only had that yarn with me. Didn't bring any other projects to work on, but I thought the two colors I had already chosen, and then I have a nice teal color in here, like in my stash beside me, my bins, that I thought would work good with the other two colors. And it's 9 flowers, so I thought, okay, do 3 of each color in a row. And that way I'm only carrying, like, for example, the pink flower, I'm only carrying the pink and blue yarn floats. And then the middle section, say that's where I put the teal, I'm only carrying the teal and the blue back and forth floats. And then the other 3 flowers, if I'd done them in purple, I'm only carrying the purple and blue float, like yarn floats back and forth. Or I could have done them one of each, like so, pink, teal, purple, pink, teal, purple, pink, teal, purple. But then I'd have more of a problem than what I do with just doing 2. So I will show you the project. Now it has not been blocked, so it does curl up on itself, very much so. Um, I'm proud of myself for making it. I'm just not proud of the outcome. So here it is. Like, the color work looks great. Like, I did awesome and stuff. And then here's the back. For example, 2 pink ones side by side. And yeah, I can't sew. That's the proper the front side. Back side is a total mess. A lot of floats. I don't like the way it looks. It has absolutely no stretch in it whatsoever due to all the floats. I'm not happy with it. I really, really, truthfully am not happy. That's why I have not yet blocked it. I pondered over, like, once I finished it at home, like, I did all the knitting and cast it off or bound off at the trailer on Sunday. By the time I got it all finished, I sewed it together and sewed in the ends Monday at home. And like, if I just hold it here at the end, you can see how bad it curls. So yeah, it would definitely need to be blocked. But with how unhappy I am with this, I don't think I'm going to waste my time. Now, I did look at it and I hemmed and hawed. I thought, like, I would love to make another one. But like, with no giving it, like, there's no way this would fit me. Like, I would easily need, I'm thinking, to add 2, maybe 3 more flowers to it to fit properly on my head. Like, I haven't tried to put it on because obviously it goes here and around the back. But I think it will be very tight, and every time I move my head, it's just going to slide right back and fall off. So this one would not even fit me if I even tried. So I would definitely have to add more flower motifs. And it would only be multiple 9 stitches for however many I feel I need to add. Also, because of, like, when I look at the float section where the leaves are, it has a little bit of give, and it's only 2-color float. But when you have the 3 colors going, like, yeah, 2-color float's not so bad. It's when you get the 3 and then back and forth every round, like every row back and forth. I thought about it, and like, there's not a whole lot of color in each flower for the 9. Obviously, if there's more flowers, more yarn. But I was thinking, get a really nice striping, like long striping type yarn, and like a colorway, it's like a tealish colorway, teal blues, or like one with maybe multiple purples or something along that line. And then where the pink is at the top and bottom, do it in the striping yarn. Keep the blue as the background, keep a green as the leaves, and then do all the flowers. However many I end up making it to make it so it fit my head in the striping yarn. So I'm only carrying the striping yarn and the blue or whatever color I choose for the background. I think then there would be a little more stretch. It wouldn't feel so thick and so bulky in the, because when you look at it, here's not thick. From here to here, it's very thick. And then here to here, it's not that thick. So it's because of all the, like I said, all the strands of yarn you're carrying back and forth, back and forth. So, like I said, I'm not happy with this. I really don't even want to give it away as a donation. Like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm glad I made it. And I definitely could make notations in my book that this is how I would do it next time. And that's even if I were to make it a next time. I would like to make it a next time. It's really pretty. And because there's leaves at the top and the bottom of the flowers, it doesn't matter which way you wear it on your head. If you wear it that way, which personally is the way I think is up, the right side up because of the way the graft was made, or you could wear it that way. I don't know. I think that way looks upside down. Personally, look at the flowers. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in it. So far, this is the, like, even here, like you can see the tension there is not great, and like, you try to shift it and it's still bulgy. I don't know. I'm not happy with it. Not at all. Very, 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 very disappointed in it. So, on to the last poll that I have now taken down off my channel. And yes, there is a new one up live, ready to go. Thank you guys again very much for going over and putting your votes in. There was only a few, but you know, it means so much to me. It's entertainment for me because I will be making everything from this book at some point. But it's like, don't really care what order it goes in. I just know I'm going to make everything at some point. And it makes it fun that you guys vote. And I don't look until whatever Friday it is when I'm going to change it. I don't look. It could be up for 1 week. It could be up for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on how long it takes me to make said project. And if I have other projects I'm working on that are kind of, because this is like a fill-in type project for whenever I'm not working on anything that's time sensitive. So, what won the last poll that I had up for 1 week? That would be the Imperium boot cuffs. Now, they're just a rib cuff. I think I read it, and it was 24 rounds back and forth. This is actually done, I think, in the rounds. So I'm going to get out my DPNs to make these. But here's what it looks like on the model wearing the boot cuffs. Now, I decided I was going to have a little fun with these ones. And I had pulled out my Karen Simply Soft striping yarn. Of course, you know, you got stickers everywhere. Now, this is in different browns. It's been abused. Not been used yet, but it's in rough shape. I believe this was one of the ones I picked out at my birthday when I got to go shopping for my birthday. I'm thinking of making the boot cuffs out of this yarn. So some will have like the dark chocolate brown and the variegate. The other one may have more gray in it. Just for the fun of it, mix it up. I was kind of hoping maybe a hat of some kind out of it, but I'm going to make the boot cuffs. I think this will be fun. Interesting to see how the color work plays. So yeah, that is the next project I'm going to get going. So what are the next 3 projects you guys have to vote on? And I would really appreciate if you guys did, because like I said, it makes it fun for me. So we have first the ribbed scarf. And no, I would not be making this with that yarn I just showed you that I had won from Lottie, or from the last giveaway or prize I received. But there's the scarf. It is a little on the darker side. There you go. You might see it better. I also would not be putting the tassels on it. I am not a fan of tassels on scarves. I don't know. I just think it's a waste of yarn, in my opinion. And like I said, like I told you guys in a previous video, I only had 3 bins. My worsted weight's only in a bit. So I work within my stash as much as possible. And I don't need to be wasting yarn. And to me, although pom-poms are a waste too, but actually the pom-pom maker I have, once you tie it and snip it, you only have to trim it just a little bit. I like the style I have. I'll have to show them next time I make a pom-pom. Anyways, project 2 you guys can vote on is the Heatherland wrist warmers. Now again, if I were to make these, I would not put the thumb hole in. I like not having the thumb hole because then it doesn't determine, because I've got very long hands. And if I put the thumb hole in, they're only going to come up to about here on me. Well, maybe to this knuckle. Like I got so much more exposed. I would rather have just a tube and pull them up as far as I can because I only have the tips of my fingers sticking out. Because I know right well they won't go that long on my hands because, like I said, I've got very long fingers. But here's what they look like on the model. Looks like very fun yarn. I do have a yarn that would be kind of cute to make it with, but it's a 3-weight yarn, and I haven't read that to see if it's a 3-weight yarn. And the 3-weight I have is a baby yarn, but it is 3-weight. I do believe 100% acrylic. It is a striping yarn, so it'd be kind of fun. Then there's this one. And I thought, this one could work possibly with that yarn I just received. And this is the 40s style headband. And I think that yarn I just won, and you guys not yet seen it, it's my Yarn Bees yarn that is very soft, very fluffy. Like it doesn't even really feel like it's been plied or spun or anything yet to it. Like it just feels like it's the fiber's just stuck in a cake and you gotta still pull it out to make whatever. I think that headband would look actually cute and feel soft with this. Now unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have ever used Yarn Beef before, and if maybe I'm just missing the information. I looked at the label and I can't figure out if it's got a size on it. Looking at the strand, I'll do it with a gray because the gray is darker, it's easier to see. To me, it looks and feels like a 3-weight yarn, possibly even a 2, I feel, in my opinion. But with the halo, yeah, I would say the yarn itself is only maybe a 2-weight. But with the halo, it could be classified as a 4. I don't know. Like, it's got a lot of fluff and stuff to it. So, and I can't find a size on here. Like I said, there is labels that were peeled off. So I don't know if the size is under there or if I'm just missing it. I don't know. But I think this 40s style headband, and I will show you guys the model wearing it, would work really well with that yarn. I think that would be a fun project. So please go over, like I said, to my About page. And on there you will find, under my name and my picture, it will say home, videos, live. I think there's something else, and then it says post. It'll be the last one underneath my photo, my YouTube channel name, and all that. If you click on the post, it will be the very first post that will come up. I only have a few things on my post page. Anytime I do something new, I remove the old ones. And there's three items, 1, 2, 3 listed there, and all you gotta do is click on it. It takes a few seconds, and put your vote in. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on the boot cuffs. I just gotta figure out which DPNs I need, because like I said, I'm gonna do these are done in the round, and although they're done in a I might be able to do them on my circulars. I do have some that are shorter cables, but I don't know. I'm thinking my DPNs may be better to use depending on the size I need. I haven't read it all and stuff, so we'll see. I do definitely let you guys know in advance. Christmas gift this year from the hubby, which I'm going to finalize, pick out which set I want, probably in October, and then hubby can then show the kid, or I can show the kid, and then he can order it off of his Amazon account, and then hubby can just pay him for it. But I'm looking at getting a whole set of circular needles. So I have like a mix match Mod Podge set, and I'm debating on if I want ones, because like I've got the ones with the plastic cords, and it doesn't matter what you do with them, they always kind of hold their shape. They're sometimes can be very annoying to work with. So this is where the dilemma comes in, because do I want to buy a set that I'm looking at, which is a cheaper set, but it looks like it's like a wire braid cable in the middles of the needle, each needle. And I know the one set on Amazon I'm looking at comes in anywhere from like a 2.5 or a 2.75 up to like an 8 or something, and then there's all the half size in between. So it's a good size kit, but then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna store them. But I do have something in mind that I would make for it. Or do I look at one of the more expensive kits where you can get the different size cables and you can do like change the cables out? The only problem with those are they're more like this cord, where it's like the memory plastic tubing stuff. But I was looking at a kit like that for, now remember, Canadian funds. I think it was about $46 for the whole set. And it comes in a nice case. It had multiple sets of needles. Like I think there was 12 or 13 sizes for needles. I think there was like 4 or 5 different lengths for cables. And it came in a case, and then the tools to tighten the cables into the needles itself, which would be weird because I know my interchangeable Tunisian hook set, my bamboo set that I won years ago. You just take the cable and you just twist it in, and then the little knob you put at the other end, you just twist it. There's no tool to tighten it. But knit needles, there's a tool if you're doing the interchangeables. It don't just twist. I think the reason for that is if you've got like say 200 stitches and all of a sudden that cable comes off and there goes your work. It's like, where crochet cable comes off and your work slides off for one reason. It may only be a couple stitches. Well, if it's Tunisian, depending on how many stitches, but usually with Tunisia, I know for me, whenever I set it down, I do it once I did the return row, so I've only got that one loop on the needle. So if for some reason it falls off, I only have that one loop instead of, all the stitches. But anyways, we're not talking about knitting needles. We are talking about, like I said, my project. So please go on over, put a vote in. I'm going to get started on my boot cuffs probably within the next half an hour to an hour. They'll probably be done within the next day or two. So you guys have about a week to vote. Oh yes, about the voting. The way I run mine, because I only have mine posted in one location, where Erin over at Crafting Kitty, who I stole the idea from, and again, Erin, thank you very much. I'm definitely having fun with this. She posts on her Facebook group page and then on her posts as well, plus under the video. I only do my post. It's all in one spot, tells me how many votes, the percentage, and I go from there. So, if when I'm done the boot cuffs and Friday comes along and I'm doing another video for my finished objects, and I pull the pull down and look at, the results, because I don't do it until the Friday of. If there's a two-way tie, the item not involved in the two-way tie, so the item with less votes, will be the winner. And I've had that happen now twice. If it is a three-way tie, which to this point, not yet have I had that happen, I will then remove the post completely, put up the next poll. But when I show the video of the finished object, I will then let you know that the poll was a three-way tie. There's a new poll up and running. Go on over, with new items, go over and put your vote. That will run for 1 week, Friday to Friday. At the end of the Friday, I will again then at some point throughout the day close it. No set time, just when I feel like, okay, let's go over and close it now. Not do anything right this moment kind of vibe, Again, if it's a two-way tie, the one that was not involved with the two-way tie will win. Again, if it's somehow a three-way tie, I will pull that pull down, put up 3 new projects from the book, which will be the next 3 in line, and then I will make a video again on the Friday to let you know, again, it was a three-way, if there's an actual winner, or it was a three-way tie. If it's a three-way tie, I will keep it up for 24 hours, depending. If I'm home, like for example, this weekend I'm home, so if today's was, the last time of posting up 3 options, and I was giving you guys a 24-hour, time to vote, it would come down tomorrow around the same time and hopefully determine the winner. If I'm at my camper, though, it will not come down until the Sunday evening at some point. So it'll be up for about 48 hours. It all depends on what weekend, if I'm home or if I'm away. Now, if for some reason, it'll be the same thing. Two-way tie, the item that was not involved in the tie is the winner. Three-way tie, I will put up a new poll, but that will be for the next set of votings, because what I will do first before I put up that new poll is I will go to the very next project in the book. And at this moment, it will be one you guys have not seen, nor had a chance to vote on, or anything like that. And I will determine that is the project I'm making. So it would be a surprise for all of you. And then I will also show you then the new poll that's up until that project is finished. I'm going to be working on. And again, there'll be 3 items, and I run through the whole sprue again if a tie is involved. So yeah, please go over and vote. It's more entertainment for me to see what you guys pick. I know a lot of you guys really don't care what I make, as long as I keep my hands busy and I'm crafting something. But it's more for my entertainment, my fun. Would love to see what you guys vote on, what you guys pick. Because I know I've gone into polls before in other channels, and I'll vote on for whatever, and it's winning by a landslide. And I'm thinking, okay, that's going to be what's going to win. And then when it finally comes down, you find out, no, it got, something squeaked by and beat it by, a couple points or whatever. Or it got beat big time. Or, you picked an item, you're thinking, well, it's not really winning, but I really like that item. So it may win, it may not. And you could be surprised, and that could be the prize of the project that, wins by a landslide, because you don't know who's all voting or how many people are voting or how they are going to vote. So I've kept you guys long enough. Again, thanks for listening to me rambling on. I will let you guys go. I will have a video for Saturday. I placed an order at Michael's. I'm going to be placing a second order today for second pickup, which will be also ready for tomorrow. I was just waiting for my Happy Mail winnings to come in to see what yarn I got. I could use that yarn next month for something else, but I don't really want to just because of the style of yarn it is. So I want to get a little more heavier duty Karen cake that I've got put aside in my cart. And, I've got the coupon, so I might as well use the 40% coupon on it. And I'm going to place a second cake order. I have one already placed. It's ready for pickup. Hubby and I are going tomorrow to pick that up. But hopefully the one I'm going to order after I upload, or while I'm uploading this video, will be ready for pickup also tomorrow. And I'll have 2 cakes to open tomorrow, and I'll talk about the 2 and why I bought them. So again, guys, now I am going to let you go. Thank you for stopping by, and you guys have a great day.